Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and most merciful. Welcome you all again in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School, Taif, Saudi Arabia. Dear students, as you know that this is virtual class for class 10 students, subject computer science, and today is our 11th lecture. Teacher name Imran Ahmed. Dear students, as you know that yesterday or in the previous lecture, we were discussing about what are question number 8, short question number 8, what are reserved words, why they should not be used as variable name. So definition was reserved word, those words which have predefined meaning in the compiler of any language is known as reserved word. And there are 32 reserved words in C language. Examples of reserved words are if, else, case, for, while, wide, int, float, like etc. There are many reserved words are there. Uh, Next question. Why comments are used in programs? Why comments are used in programs? The purpose of comments is it is a good programming practice. It is a good programming practice to add comments in program to make it easy for other to understand why we are using comments in our program for the other men. Let's say you are a programmer, a person who don't know anything about the programming, he comes to you and asks for something in your programming. What are you doing? So, and which kind of program you are developing? So you can, if you're using the comments in your program, so that he can read it easily. So comments are, it is a good programming practice to add comments in program to make it easy for others to understand it. Comments in the source code are ignored by the compiler when we are writing any kind of program. So the comments are ignored by the compiler. It means that compiler are blind at the time when there was comments are present in our program. So compiler will not read that portion of a program. There are two types of comments. We can use two types of comments in our program. First, single line comment. Second is multiple line comment. How can I use a single line comments in my program? So watch over here, double forward slash, double forward slash, one time slash, then another slash. So at the proceeding of double forward slash, we can write anything in this line, so compiler will not read this line. For example, there is double forward slash after, not before. Keep in mind, not before. So compiler will read this one. It means that compiler read our program left to right justification. So after the double forward slash, I love Pakistan is written, so compiler will not, it means that you write in your program, but compiler will ignore it. Compiler will not read this thing, this line. So this one is single line comments. It's my, if my comments are present at the single line, so I can use this type of symbol, double forward slash. But if the comments are in the shape of paragraph, or more than one lines, then how can I use the comments in my program? So for this purpose, we can use slash static for the starting, slash static for the starting. And after the slash static, you can write anything over here. I write, I love Pakistan, and I read in paste. I read in paste whenever I write this thing. So and after that you can close. You must close. You not can. You must close the comments, multiple line comment. If you will not write this one, static. How can you close static and forward slash? If you will not write, so rest compiler will ignore all of the rest lines. So between the slash and static you can write multiple lines, but whenever your comments will be finished, so you can use the static and forward slash. So these are known as the comments. Now I will show you how can you will apply the comments in your program, and how can you will write the simple C language program in your IDE. I will show you the IDE. It will take few seconds to load the IDE. There is start. Keep in mind this is not a your program, this is C++ program. So for C and C++ same IDE we will use. So watch over here, this is the how can I recognize this is C program or C++ program. Over here after the extension, after the dot, there's written CPP. Now I will use the next new. Over here I can write hash include studio dot h hash include canio dot h void main. Opening of main function. Now I will use any message print f. I will explain all the things which I am writing. This is our first C language program. Double quotes close, semicolon, and over here. Now this is a simple C language program, but you must have to save this one F2. Keep in mind you will change the extension CPP to C because we are developing a C, and you will write the name in the bin directory. Don't change the directory. Keep in mind, don't change the directory. In the bin directory you will use first C. Okay, I write the first C. Okay, now what I have write, this message will appear on the screen. Which one? This is our first C language program. First C language program. To check this program run, there are two errors are present. Include, I write in, the spelling of includes are wrong, so INCLUDE. Again INCLUDE. Now check it and run the program. Watch here. Now program is executed. Output screen appeared just for the fraction of a second. Output screen appeared just for the fraction of second, but again it will reach to the IDE. Now I want to check my program whether what is the output of this program. What is the output of this program? This so I will use few things. Clear screen at the start, and one more function I will use, get ch at that. Now check it, run. Watch at the, this one is the output screen. This is our first C language program. This is our first C language program. The thing which I have write in printf function over here, which I have write printf function, it all the time output screen This function, keep in mind, printf function is used for which purpose? To display anything, either it is message, either it is value of a variable. So we will use which function? Printf function. Now what is written? Stereo.h hash include stereo.h, the header file for main function or printf function. The header files, it is known as preprocessor directives. This topic will comes in the coming topics. So over here I will going to explain you printf. For if I am using the printf function, so definition of printf function is appeared on stereo.h. Keep in mind, definition again. Stereo.h means hash includes stereo. How I write? First I will use the symbol hash, then reserved word include, then less than symbol, then between the greater than, between less than and greater than symbol I use the stereo.h library. What is the purpose of stereo.h? Whenever I use in my program scanf function or printf function, over here I use a single function because this is our first program. I didn't use the much more things. So to appear this one, so to support the printf function, we must use the stereo.h. And the stereo.h stand for standard input output dot header. And these two lines are called the preprocessive directives. Preprocessor directives or header files. You can call this stereo.h and connew.h. Second header file is for hash include connew. Connew stands for console input output dot header. Console input output dot header. And any program, whenever I will write my program in C language, I will use all of these things, include stereo.h, connew.h, wide main. And main is the wide. What is the word wide? We will discuss in the functions, but you will have to, this is the reserved word. And keep in mind, reserved word always be in highlighted. And the words which have parentheses, small parentheses, less than opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis, left and right parenthesis, it means that this word is a function. So main is a function, and keep in mind, main is a starting function of C or C++. Main is the starting function of C or C++. Next is opening of main function. This is called the opening of main function. It means that this function we will write all of these lines of code. This is a line of code within the main function. So main function is from here to here. Its scope is from left brace to right brace. Inside the left and right brace, anything which we have write in the main function, it will be read by the compiler. So this is the next line is clear screen, CLR. Clear screen means if I don't use this line, so what will be happen? I will tell you. Let's say I ignore. Now this one is comment, single line comment. The topic which we were discussing is comment. Now it means that compiler will not read this line. So let's check what happened. It show me two times. This is our first program. Watch here. This is our first C language program. Again, this is our first C language program. Two times written. Why there are two times written? Because previous screen result was already present on the output. So I want, whenever I will execute my program, whenever I will execute my program, so what we will have to do, we want to use the clear screen. It means that it will clear the previous screen whenever it will be present. Anything on the screen will be present on the output. Whenever compiler will read this line, the previous the things which were present at the output, it will be cleared. Next line is printf function. This function is used for to display any message, any variable, or any expression. So we can use a printf function for this purpose. And keep in mind, always we can use our messages. So this one is known as message. Within in the printf function, within double quotes, the printf function within double quotes. Watch here, one quote is over here, another quote is over here. Within double quotes, we must use anything which is written in the double quotes is known as message. Although we can use few more things, let's say escape sequence or format specifier, we can also use over here. But over here, if there is no escape sequence or no format specifier are there, so this one is known as the message. So this message will be appeared on the output screen. Next topic, next line is get ch. Get ch means get character, and for the this function and clear screen function, we use the connew.h. Before, when I was writing the program, I execute when I didn't use the get ch. What happened? My program was executed, but at once, with the fraction of second, then again it comes back on the outputs on the IDE. So I want to stay till I want to stay at the output screen. So I use the get ch. Get ch means get character. Over here, connew.h stands for console. So the definition of clear screen and the definition of get ch character function is present in the connew.h. And this is our first. I show you the uh, comments line, so you can use comments at anywhere in your program. Let's say this is anything you can write. This is our first program, like this one. This is single line comment. And for the multiple line comments, watch here, the color will automatically change of the program. Watch here, when I use the slash and static, I didn't write anything, so you can write anything, any text over here till you cannot close. It will be all rest of the line will be. Watch here, these lines are now comments, but when I close this line static and slash, again this program will be highlighted. Now compiler will not read these two lines. Which two lines? First, this line, because I use the comments line. This is single line comments, and this one is called the multiple line comments. So multiple line, not for not doesn't it means that you will use the two lines. If your comments are single line, you can use a single line. If your comments are more than two lines, you can use also slash and static and slash. This is the small program. This is the first C language program which we have performed today. You must practice. Okay, one more thing over here. At the end of each statement, at the end of each statement, what I have done, I put the semicolon. In English, whenever your sentence is completed, you put the dot. In C language, when any statement will be completed, I will use what I will use the semicolon. Watch here, at the end of clear screen, I use a semicolon. At the end of printf, I use a semicolon. At the end of getch, I use a semicolon. But at the end of main function, I didn't use, because on the basis of main function, we want to execute these three lines. So we will not use at the end of main function semicolon. We will not use. Inshallah, tomorrow we will exceed the further topics and we will check the further topics. So today our topic was the comments in C language, how to use, and I show you how to use the comments, and I show you how to make your C language program. Keep in mind, whenever you will study, so must practice. When you will not practice any program, so you will forget very soon, and you will have to show, compiler will show you many errors in the program. What are the error? I will tell you what how the error will come if I place the some kind of mistake in my program. So compiler will show me the error over here in the message window. Okay, inshallah, tomorrow we will study the next topic. Till take care of yourself. Pray for me. Pray for all Muslims. Save. I told you how to save the program and quit from the C language. Now C language is finished. Okay, stop.